today. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Teddy Bridgewater and the Carolina Panthers taking on Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Let's go now. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. You got nothing. You got nothing. 56.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll find Williams on the slant. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Chargers.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free, but a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
K1 short. Teddy Bridgewater.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Herbert's throw going to be caught by Henry. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
3rd and long. It's Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
By the defense.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. He'll set up to throw. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The ball carrier.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas.
Bridgewater's
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
brings up 3rd down.
Runs over him. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And finally marked down at the 23. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Teddy Bridgewater able to hook up with DJ Moore. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football.
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Panthers 7, Chargers nothing.
On first down, it's Herbert. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Running on first down, Eckler. And he stopped immediately there.
Austin Eckler.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Mike Williams, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
He was covered by Dante Jackson.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards, a first down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing is Bridgewater. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
Tackle made by Joey Bosa.
On 2nd and 9. Bridgewater eluding the pressure right. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
4 yards. That's another Panthers first down.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
To the air again with Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Last time, they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. From the gun, Bridgewater. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
I got him. 44 is the mic. 44 is Mike. Check. 65.
65. Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. Got his target, Samuel. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Mike, 44. 3 buzz.
And again, it's Bridgewater. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson on the touchdown pass from Teddy Bridgewater. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
Boston.
To throw again. Herbert. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. This will be fielded at the 17. A good head-down running on the return, gets about 15 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 20. Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. On 2nd down and 4. Bridgewater looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing, Bridgewater. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over, and they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry. Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Third down.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. Open man, it's Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now it's Herbert. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. This complete to Henry over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, check Mike.
They'll run here with Eckler. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield.
Pass. Complete to
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
He's brought down by
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Herbert on first down now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, come on.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return, the Panthers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Made by Joey Bosa. No gain on the play.
Now Bridgewater.
At the Chargers' 49-yard line.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Teddy Bridgewater able to hook up with DJ Moore. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Previous play is under review.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to.
Don't try my patience. I'm gonna pull out one for the set, boy, to this nigga.
After review of the play,
The Panthers will line up for
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
offense.
Don't walk out here, man.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Out of the gun, Herbert. His throw incomplete. Austin Eckler, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and long.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen. despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So now out is the Panther offense as he'll come in and go for the 2-point try. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free, but a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Henry. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Check Cowboy 80. Get ready. Get ready. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. That's into the hands of Eckler. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Justin Burris. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Troy Pride. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing here, Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And it's incomplete. So now only 7 seconds remain. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.